Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel. And today is Tea Tuesday. Now as you know, there was a big storm up in New England and New York, New Jersey over the weekend, and some people got lots of snow. My son in his area of Rhode Island got 2 feet of snow, and that was commonplace when I was a kid. No big deal, no big deal. But back in 1978, we had a blizzard that was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. By the way, I am drinking chai tea that I made beforehand. Have my little biscotte, and I'm going to take a sip. So, on the morning of February 6th, 1978, my sister-in-law, Nancy, and I went to work at this place called Amprex. We did like computer chips and things like that in there, and it was a very nice place to work. But on that day, it started snowing, and it snowed. And I can remember going into the cafeteria, and the windows were high up, and I remember looking out the windows and saying, oh my gosh, that's really heavy snow coming. That's unusual to be that heavy like that. And it was announced that they would be letting us out of work around noontime because of the snow. So I don't remember if it was exactly noon or whatever that they let us out of work, but Nancy and I went to the car. We had driven in together, and they had a brand new car, and it was a limited edition something. I don't remember what it was, but it was a really nice car. And we couldn't get out of the parking lot, as most of the people who worked there could not get out of the parking lot. The snow had accumulated so fast. It was unbelievable. So Nancy and I went back into the building. She was able to get a hold of my brother, her husband at the time, and he drove out in his truck to get us. So we got home safely, which was a good thing. And it snowed and it snowed and it snowed and it snowed. And the next day was February 7th, Nancy's birthday. And it snowed and snowed and snowed all day long. When we got up on February 8th, we had 5 feet of snow. It was incredible. It was incredible how much snow there was. And it was windy, so you had some drifts that were like 10 feet high, and other spots had no snow, and you were just crippled. You were just crippled. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't get on the roads. You couldn't do anything. There were 100 deaths because of that blizzard. People got stuck on the highway trying to get home from work. And a lot of the deaths were caused by people trying to stay warm and running their cars. And the snow accumulated so fast that it blocked their mufflers. And they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Very, very sad. Very sad. And 1,400 other people were injured during that storm. It was crazy. We lived in an apartment, what we like to call 3-deckers in Rhode Island, Massachusetts. It's just an apartment house with 3 levels, first, second, and third floor. We lived on second floor. The landlords lived on the first floor, and an elderly couple lived on the third floor. And gosh, I swear I could have jumped off my front porch into the snow and they would have never found me. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm going to stand up to try to show you a couple of pictures. Like I said, these are old pictures, and in the old days, we had old cameras. But if you can see, this is a pretty picture, I think, because it shows the trees, how covered they were, and the power lines. And my husband, I don't know how the police found out, but the police found out that my husband had a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and they were calling in everybody with 4-wheel drive vehicles to come and help the police. So this was our four-wheel drive vehicle. And this was a couple days after the storm. So that's a pretty big, it was a Chevy Blazer. It was a pretty big vehicle, and it was covered in snow. And here he's trying to get some of the snow off because the police want him down at the station to help them get around, because they didn't have four-wheel drive vehicles at the time. So he went in, and he eventually dug himself out and went in and spent the next couple of days with the police, running to help people, bringing nurses and doctors to the hospitals and things like that. He was supposed to get paid $25 an hour to do this, and he worked around the clock for 48 hours and never got a penny. Nice, guys. We were looking forward to that money, too. And then this is at our house trying to shovel out the sidewalk. So this is me. This is my son, Jay. He was 20 months old at the time, and that's my landlady. And then this is many more days after the snowstorm and trying to shovel a walkway out to the street. It's my ex-husband and my little guy trying to help Daddy. It's so cute. So cute. And this is Janine again. This is in front of the garages. And you know, when the plows come, they just dump snow everywhere. And this is one of those big drifts. And this is my cat. This is my cat, Tigger. And he was outside and found a nice spot that didn't get a whole bunch of snow. So that was lucky. And it was weird how that happened. You know, you had so much snow. And then other spots didn't have any because of the wind. So it took 5 days before plows came to help us. 5 days. And they had to actually have plows come in from Buffalo, New York, because they had big, powerful plows that we did not have, because we never expected a snowstorm like that. So the plow came, and I will never forget. I'll show you this picture. I hope you can see it. It was dark. It was nighttime. But that plow came around the corner, and if you can see how high the snow is getting that he is trying to plow. Oh my gosh, that was our lifeline when they came. Neighbors were outside cheering. Took quite a while to plow us out. But eventually, they did. And these are the only pictures I could find. I didn't spend a ton of time looking, but just a pile of snow. It's just incredible. Just incredible. But like with all natural disasters or things that happen, the best in everybody comes out. I was kind of jealous because my husband was gone for a couple of days, and my neighbors across the street were young like we were. I was 26 years old at the time, and they were partying. I don't know where they got all the beer and everything, but they were out on the porches singing, laughing, having a great time, drinking, and I would just sit there and watch them and go, oh, I'm stuck with a baby by myself. My husband's away. My mom lived 2 streets away, and she lived in a basement apartment, and she couldn't see a thing. Her windows were totally covered by snow, totally covered by snow. So when we were finally able to get over there, like 5 days, 6 days after the storm, my husband and I believe my brother came and dug her out, literally dug her out, and brought her to my house. So she wasn't alone until things got cleaned up a bit. Unbelievable, unbelievable. People were being transported to hospitals, mainly hospitals, by snowmobile. Nurses were having a ride of their lives on snowmobiles to get back and forth to work with doctors and everybody else. It was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy time. But at the same time, it was fun. It's so hard to explain. When I could finally get out on the street about 5 days later, I got this little plastic sled I had and put Jay on it. And I was going to try to find a store. I had no milk or anything for him, and maybe I could get someplace that I could get something. And the old couple from upstairs came down with a list of stuff they needed. My landlady gave me a list of stuff she needed. As I was walking, somebody said, "Are you going to the store soon?" I said, "Yes." "Can you get me this?" "Yes." "Okay, if they have it, if they have it." The little store near me was closed. That never opened up again till well after the storm. But there was a fruit and vegetable store, and I can't remember the name of it. That was several blocks away. So I pulled Jay in his little sled, and we finally got to that store, and it was demolished. There was nothing. There was nothing. Oh gosh. I don't know what I came home with. Very little. Could not fill the orders people wanted, but we survived. We survived. And it was fun getting outdoors with my son, and he had a ball. He didn't know anything was wrong. He was only 20 months old, you know. But that was our blizzard. There were good things, there were bad things. Oh, and I had a friend. His professional name was Jasper James. And he was someone that my husband and I used to love to go hear sing. And he would be in, you know, local restaurants, one in our town and another one called Ground Round that was quite popular at the time. I don't think they're around anymore. And we used to love to go and listen to him sing. He was kind of folky, you know, acoustic guitar singer, and we became friends, and he is now, I'm not sure if he's my nephew, but I know he's living with my niece. And I always suspected something would happen between the two of them, because she would show up now and again and sing with him, and she's a beautiful singer. And they are now a couple, which I'm not surprised about at all. But he made a song called The Great Blizzard of '78, and they would play that on the radio. And I did have the album that he had made with that song on it, but when I got divorced, I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. And I really wanted it. I tried like heck to find it online so I could play it for you, but couldn't. But anyhow, like I said, it was good, it was bad. A lot of people passed away because of that blizzard getting stuck in it. The snow, I can't even explain to you unless you experienced it how fast and how hard that snow came down. I was watching something online the other day, and they were reminiscing about the blizzard, and they were saying that the meteorologists back then just didn't have the ability to forecast like they can now. And if they had what is available to meteorologists now, all those tragedies wouldn't happen. They would have shut the state down as soon as the snow started. But unfortunately, just had no idea that it would be as bad as it was. 5 feet of snow. Almost my height. Well, not quite. I was 5'7" at the time, but I'm shrinking now because I'm old. I'm down to 5'6". Oh, so anyhow, I just wanted to talk about the blizzard. It was quite an experience. My son loved it. He thought it was a blast. As you could see in the pictures, trying to shovel with his little shovel. So cute. So that's all I want to tell you about today. I will be back with another video. I got some happy mail that I'm excited to open, so I will be back with that. And I hope you all have a wonderful Tea Tuesday. Love yous. Bye.